Hi, welcome to another edition of Clinical and Experiential Education's Real Facts for Real-World Education. Today's focus is on the part-time experience. Joining me today is the Director of the Clinical and Experiential Education Department, Professor Cerniglia. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, everyone. I'm happy to be here.
Top of the line question, clinics and externships, are these opportunities that part-time students can participate in here at Stetson?
Absolutely. We want part-time students to participate. We want to make sure that you are planning very early on and could come meet with us. There are many opportunities out there. It just takes a lot of planning. Part of which we want you to go on our website and look at course opportunities to see what the prerequisites are so that you can design backwards. While your law school experience is starting to unfold, you want to start thinking about your future and what courses you need to take in order to complete an externship or a clinic. The other option that we always want to talk about that's important is if you are working full-time in a legal environment, many times you might be working on cases that could be a potential conflict of interest. Even though the ethical rules don't necessarily apply to you just yet as a student, we are concerned about those potential conflicts. And so we like to vet those and try to figure out what placements make the most sense for you. So come see us early, and come talk to us.
Professor, when students start putting together that backwards design to plan for participating in a clinic or externship, what are some additional factors they may want to consider? Things like when externships and clinics take place, how externships and clinics might fit in a schedule.
So one thing you want to think about are the hours, right? So how do the hours break down with your particular work schedule? Many of our externships and our clinics, we can't necessarily change the time that it is offered, right? Because these are working environments in a business setting, right? That usually is from 9 to 5. And so you have to think about, is there a semester where you can take a vacation time? Or is there a time in your law school career where you're ready to pivot to the legal market? And if so, you want to plan that maybe you start that pivoting with an externship or a clinic.
As you plan on your backwards design to include an externship or clinic in your course work at Stetson, keep in mind that clinics and externships have defined credit hours. Clinics are always offered for 5 credit hours. Externships are routinely or generally offered for 3 or 4 credit hours, although depending on the course, there may be an opportunity to take that externship or that particular placement for 1 or 2 credit hours. So as you're adjusting your schedule and calculating when you can fit in experiential education, keep in mind the credit hours. Each credit hour requires that you complete 42.5 hours of work per credit hour. Thus, a 3-credit externship, as you'll see in the slide, is offered for 128 hours. A 5-credit clinic is offered for 213. On a week-to-week basis, 3 credits requires you to average 9 to 10 hours per week over a fall or spring semester. A 4-credit externship requires you to average 12 to 13 hours, and the clinic experience requires that you average 15 to 16 hours, again, over a fall or spring semester. Those hours are obviously increased per week if you are participating over the summer, given the condensed summer schedule. As you'll see on the associated slide deck, there are several opportunities that part-time students may take advantage of currently, including the American Caribbean Law externship, federal judicial, municipal, and administrative. In general, if it's a 3-credit externship, there's an opportunity to at least discuss with our department how that might fit into your schedule. We also have a very unique opportunity here at Stetson, the individual externship, and that's an opportunity overseen by Professor Cerniglia. Professor, could you provide a few more details on how a part-time student can incorporate the individual externship into their coursework?
Absolutely. So many times you might see opportunities that aren't necessarily listed in a field that you're interested in. And those are opportunities that you can potentially create your own externship. You need to plan early. I oversee the individual externship, and I work very closely with students on finding a proper placement, finding an area of law, and then we have to reach out to that particular placement to have our academic requirements met, making sure that we have a memorandum of understanding in place, making sure that they understand that this is an academically rigorous experience and that this is the type of structure that we want for our student. So if you have an interest and you're not seeing a course that meets that interest, come see us.
As always, if you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to us using the contact information to my right. We look forward to working with you to find opportunities that meet your needs.
Thank you.